Here's my preview of the Baylor versus Iowa State women's basketball game on Sunday, January 23rd. I tell you right now, Iowa State was without Ashley Jones, Aubrey Jones, and Deneen Fritz due to COVID. I don't know whether or not they're going to play on Sunday, on Sunday. And I heard Ashley Jones and Aubrey Jones are not vaccinated. That's according to their dad. Somebody tweeted that out that said, and their dad stated this. Some key players to keep an eye on. Ashley Jones, obviously, 6'1" guard, or a forward, senior, 20.3 points per game, 47 for 128 on 3-pointers, 82 for 94 on free throws, 9.5 rebounds per game, 1.5 fouls per game, 1.8 turnovers per game, 0.9 steals. Lexi Donarski is a 6-foot guard. That's a sophomore. 15.6 points per game. 52 for 135 on threes. So that's definitely two of the most players that shoot a lot of threes. 30 for 39 on free throws. 3.4 rebounds per game. 1.7 fouls per game. 1.8 assists per game. 1.9 turnovers per game. Emily Ryan is a 5'11" guard. That's a sophomore. 11.2 points per game. 21 for 70 on 3-pointers. 57 for 68 on free throws, 4 rebounds per game, 0.9 blocks per game, 6.7 assists per game, 2.8 turnovers per game. Aubrey Jones, granted, I don't know about the Jones sisters. They're going to even play. They're both starters, by the way. She's a 5'8" guard. That's a sophomore, 9.4 points per game, 46 for 97 on 3-pointers. So basically, their best 3 shooters on the team, except are above 36% or higher, 3 of the top 4. Granted, Emily Ryan's like 30%, but 8 for 9 on free throws as well. 6.9 rebounds per game. 1.1 turnovers per game. 0.8 steals. Morgan Kane is a 6'3" forward. That's a junior. 8.3 points per game. 2 for 3 on 3-pointers. 32 for 39 on free throws. 5.9 rebounds per game. 1.3 turnovers per game. Beatrice Jordo is a 6'3" center. That's a senior, 7.1 points per game, 14 for 21 on free throws, 0.9 turnovers per game, 1.1 blocks per game. Maggie Espin-Miller McGraw is a 5'10" guard. That's a junior, 5.9 points per game, 10 for 20 on 3-pointers. She hasn't played a ton, less than 15 games for sure because of injury. 7 for 7 on free throws. Deneen Fritz is a 5'11" guard. That's a freshman, 5 points per game, 3 for 10 on 3-pointers, 2 for 3 on threes, 2 assists per game. Nimar Diew is a 6'2" forward. That's a sophomore, 4.2 points per game, 6 for 18 on threes, 10 for 13 on free throws, 3.1 rebounds per game, 0.8 blocks per game. Izzy Zegaro is a 6'4" forward. That's a freshman. 3.2 points per game. 0 for 3 on threes, but 10 for 16 on free throws. 2.7 rebounds per game. Mallory Frederick is a 6-foot guard. That's a sophomore. 1.4 points per game. 3 for 15 on threes. 2 for 4 on free throws. Maggie Vick is a 6'2" forward, or a freshman. 1.4 points per game. 1 for 9 on threes. 8 for 9 on free throws. Even though the bigs are not known, defensively the game plan is you got to chase them off that 3-point line. You got to contest those threes very, 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 very hard. You can't give them space because they will shoot. Though they're post players, maybe they're not 3-point shooters, but they could hit mid-range shots. So when compared to the past, the post player is. So yeah, you got to get on them. Don't let them get any clean looks. Pressure the ball. Get rebounds. Limit the second chance points. And play smart defense while not fouling. Preferably. Especially on a 3-point shot. And their offense is simple for Iowa State. They just try to get the first good look. They shoot it. Just kind of like Oklahoma in a way. Now, offensively, Baylor needs to take care of the ball. You don't want to give them any free chances, transition points with a team that could score the ball like that. And I know for a fact that Iowa State is not a great team that's, like defending the paint. They gave up 38 points to Aoka Lee. I think Queen Ebo and Melissa Smith need to step up as well as Kaylin Bickle. Of course, the guards need to step up as well and like hit threes. I mean, if when it's there, and the thing is, you got to take what the defense gives you. I mean, that's rule number one. Avoid fouls and just try not to make shots more difficult than they have to, unless they're like you're like down on the clock. You gotta shoot it. Then try to get the ball off the rim. And the thing is, don't take a bad shot, because a bad shot's kind of like a turnover. If you can't get the rebound, it's kind of like leading to a fast break for them. You don't want to do that. I mean, that's obvious. That's what I exactly heard from Nikki Collins' press conference, actually, on what they need to do better. I mean, it would help. And Queen Ebo needs to be that dominant player that she was last game against Oklahoma State. And Nalissa be Nalissa. And if you could get some help from Kaylin Bickle and the guards just to be balanced, that way they can't just double team Nalissa all game long. And I don't know if they're going to double team Nalissa or not. But if they don't, Nalissa, go to work and take good shots and play through contact. I know at times the refs are going to let the game go too far, but you got to play through the contact. And you got to stay composed and don't overreact to the opposing team or anything like that. Like, even like contact and then it turns out to be a brawl later on because of so much stuff letting go physically. It's going to be a top 15 showdown. So, Baylor Nation, if you could come to the game, come. Impact the game by being there instead of just watching it on ESPN2 at 2 o'clock on Sunday. Anyways, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys later. Let's get me up to 400 subscribers or more by the end of this year.